Georgia O'Keeffe was a pioneering female artist. She was known for her paintings of enlarged flowers. I interpret her work as an emotional evocation of nature. Her paintings sometimes depicted an animal skull with flowers. To me, this is symbolic of the stark contrast between life and death. Here is my Georgia O'Keeffe inspired sculpture that I have made using everyday materials. You can do it too. Here is an example of how I made a flower using recycled materials. I started by folding into quarters and then cutting out, and then unfolding to make a flower. I shaped it by curling around a pen. I then added some detail to the center of the flower by making a small cone out of a circle. Similarly, I made another flower using thinner paper. I cut out the peak from an egg box to create a deer skull. It's really useful to have a reference picture so you know what you're drawing and exactly what you're cutting out. Please take care when using scissors and ask an adult for help if you think you need help with scissors. Again, stop every so often to look at your reference picture. To make sure my antlers were symmetrical, I used a template by drawing around onto a scrap piece of paper and then using this to draw the other antler before I cut it out. This is really handy to use the template. Make sure it's positioned properly before making any markings and check that it's symmetrical. So it's the same on both sides. Once you're happy with your markings, you can chop it out. Again, be careful as it can be quite tricky to chop out thicker card. Now make sure your markings are the same on both sides to ensure it's symmetrical. Once you're happy, you may begin cutting it out again. Again, look at your reference picture to make sure that you're happy with what you're doing. And it's okay to make mistakes. You can always try again with another section of the egg box. Sometimes it just needs a bit of practice. Be careful with this part. Make sure you use blunt scissors with a rounded tip so you don't injure your fingers. You may also ask an adult to help you here. Have a good look at it and then look at the reference picture again and compare the two. Make some adjustments if necessary. When doing art, it's really important to stop and look and observe and think and then look again. I'm going to make some flowers by cutting some stems from a scrap piece of green card. And we'll make some flowers by folding into quarters and chopping, so when I unfold I'll get a symmetrical pattern or a flower which I can stick on. If you don't have glue, you can just put the flowers through the hole of the petals that you can make with a pair of scissors and then through the eye socket of the skull. You can make your own flowers, you can used pressed or dried flowers. You could take some fresh flowers if you have any, or if you go out on a walk maybe. I'm going to use some flowers from my balcony. There's still a few left, even though it's really cold outside. You may arrange your flowers however you prefer. I think my sculpture possesses an ethereal beauty. I'm really proud of my work, and I really enjoyed doing this, especially because it's made using recycled materials that are easy to get hold of. What a good result! I really like the shadow that is cast onto the paper, and I enjoy how it moves as I rotate the sculpture around.